Hello and welcome back to Path of Achra. We got a new god, and the god is also an interesting summon type. Plus 20 summon limit, first of all, is insane. All allies become stationary. So I kind of want to try this. I understand allies become stationary. I know I skipped the poem again. I'm sorry about that. I'm gonna just like try and increase our survivability, so strength and dexterity, but like this could be interesting. Obviously fighting ranged types is not good. What we should do is right away we should take some familiars or summons. On summon, heal yourself. So like right away, this is survivability. On summon, deal 15 blood damage to yourself, apply bleed to on entrance, summon a number of gore priests. Total summons limited by our willpower. Bleed per stack. I don't like dealing blood damage to ourselves, but I think that this one will negate that somewhat, because it's gonna be heal times. Yeah, it's gonna be heal times 10 times 3. So I'll deal blood damage to myself, but then heal myself for 30. So that should be okay. But then there's also deal psychic damage to all enemies in a summon a number of glinting blades. Damage equals number of allies plus 1 times 5. I kind of want ranged, as many ranged familiars as, or summons as I can get. On dodge, summon a number of psychomorphs. Ethereal projections of your weapon. So if I had a ranged, wait a minute, our weapon summons snakes. So would this not just like summon a bunch of snakes on the board? Am I wrong about that? Oh no, sorry, it doesn't summon snakes. It deals poison damage. So on prayer, summon 3 serpents. On standstill, if enemies live, summon 1 hatchling. Okay. On entrance, summon 1. Okay, so if we stand still, we summon familiars. Remember, we have plus 20 summon limit. So it's kind of insane. And then I can just like summon more and more and more. And they have range as well. Definitely want to increase willpower, but I'm a little bit worried that I'm not giving myself enough survivability. So I'm going to give myself some strength. This is going to be an interesting run, I can tell. Rat banner. Ooh, okay. On entrance game turn, summon a Ratman Flourisher. This takes staff. Yeah, this is a weapon. Can we put it in our offhand? We can. So now we're summoning a Ratman Flourisher. I don't know why that's so funny to me. I like that a lot. It's something about rats, you know? They just do it for me. Okay, we got a range dude here. That's not good. These guys are both range, not great for us. But we have to fight them no matter what, I think. If enemies live for each separate effect on self, summon a Jade Soldier. On hit, on step, we want summon stuff. So, I don't know. I guess this one. Not a huge fan of either of these, if I'm being honest. I'm just gonna wait, and then we're just gonna let things happen as they happen. We'll take some. I'm gonna take some willpower. We do want to double down on our strengths. Whew. I like how fast he moves over there. Zoop. So what's our prayer? Summon 2 teal prismas. Teal prismas attack with cold damage. Plus 1 charge when you enter a new area. So we could summon some stuff. Oh, and they have insane range. Their range is actually ridiculous. So right now we're approaching like army mode at this point. Is this what is this A up here? Let's keep doubling down on willpower. You have 4 summon allies limited to 10. Why is it 10? I thought our summon limit was 20. You have 2 summon familiars. I don't think it is 10. I think it's 10 plus our god plus 20. So right now it's 30. Yeah, it's 30. Because it's 9 out of 30 right now. This is an interesting run. I kind of love it. It's kind of amazing. Jade Bracers, Golden Greaves, Vine Scythe. Can we do anything with these? I don't think so. This is the most interesting one because it does summon something, but it means we have to have effects on ourselves. We don't really put any effects on ourselves, so I don't think that's what we want. We could start, on ally death, deal death damage in a path to one enemy in a 4-tile range. On entrance, summon a number of blight priests. Heck yeah, bud. Yeah, let's do that, because we are summoning a lot of, like, lesser creatures that do die fairly easily. So we want to, I'll keep the braces for now, but I don't think that they're going to be that useful. Resist 50% poison. Wow, that's kind of insane. We do want to take anything that gives us a benefit for our allies dying. Now, what do these guys do? Range 1, 1, 1. I can't rely on this because there's also traits, and I don't know how to, like, look at these traits, to be honest. On entrance, summon 2 hobgoblins. Oh, I see. Wait, is that its traits? Hobgang, disengorgement? Is that its traits? Yeah, hobgang, disengorgement. Okay, so that's how we look at traits. Protection, death, vigilance. On an enemy stepping into an adjacent tile, perform an extra attack. On player summon, this unit applies 2 inflame to itself and then gets... Oh. So warding is really bad for us. Anything that has warding can become an insane tank from our perspective. Doesn't necessarily mean that they're, indestructible, but it's not good. So I have to keep an eye out for that. So what are these traits? These traits are summon, perform an extra on enemy. Yeah, okay, we're fine with that. On kill, deal damage to all units in a 2-tile range. On game turn, apply bleed. Stationary. Yeah, okay. So we can deal with that. Let's just go with this. Let's have a quick look at this stuff. On step, on dealing slash damage. Nah, I don't need any of that. On attack, resistance is nice. Plus 100 armor. Oh, look at that. Encumbrance and inflexibility. That's insane. But I don't think that's gonna really do it for us. So let's go over here. More willpower. Just fill the board with summons. This is gonna be a lot of fun. If this run goes well, it's gonna be even better than my first summon run. Come on, level up. Yeah. Ideally, we just fill the board so much. Oh my god, what is happening? We fill the board so much that we can't ever possibly take damage. We're getting there. Like, this is at 25. 25 summons. We don't want to fill the board with serpents, though, because they're good, but they're not good. They're not great, right? Trample. What does trample do for him? Deal 25 blunt damage to adjacent units. Deal damage on attack. Deal damage to the target. No way. Dang, dude. This guy kind of counters us a little bit because he attacks in big swaths, and we can't really keep up. We just need to make sure that nothing has warding ever. On being attacked, Apply 2 bleed to the attacker. Heal yourself. We don't ever want to be attacked. I don't like any of that. On prayer, deals slash damage. I don't like that either. I don't like any of this, so I'm gonna go ahead with this since we get more stuff. I always like the more stuff because then we can sacrifice it. Really love that mechanic, by the way. It's one of my favorite mechanics in the game. Let's go ahead and summon some of these guys. I'm gonna continue to double and triple down on willpower. I'm betting it all on willpower. It might get me killed. I might start putting points in strength for the extra life. Because, like, if something hits us, we're gonna die, and I really don't want this run to end because I did something really stupid, you know? There's interesting things happening. This guy's getting pretty close, I will say. So let's take some strength. Might take strength for a bit. I don't think that willpower is really gonna do anything for us. Can we buy anything else? I can summon necromancy. I do want to look at subclasses. There was one subclass that's like, oh yeah, it's this one. Requires 20 points in any cult. On entrance, grant 1 charge to each known prayer. On prayer, allied priests gain +5 speed. Okay. On summoning priests, if enemies live, summon a worshiper familiar for each different cult. Yeah, so this is the one we want. I might have diversified, unfortunately, because I took mirror image, and mirror image is not a cult. So we want cults. 4 points available. How come? Oh, is that? I already have that one. Oh, right. We can own. Oh no, I made a mistake again. I really wish I could undo, like, respec. Because I forgot you can only take 3 different cults. You can't do more. So, like, in the future, like, let's have a look here. If I was gonna do this again, apply a charge to yourself. Apply on entrance, summon a number of fulminant. Charge equals stack 5 damage. So I don't think that fulminant would be it. Flame cult, deal fire damage in a path to one enemy in a 4-tile range. This is pretty good. That deals damage. And then we have blood cult, which deals damage to ourselves. But that's fine. Summon a number of gore priests. It's a dang shame. There's no cult for psychic, unfortunately. Summon a number of glinting blades, though. Hey. Honestly, at this point, why don't we just do some more blight cults? We're pretty close to already being able to afford this one. 20 points in any cult. Oh, I see. So, wait, what? How do we put 20 points into a cult? I assume that means, like, there's 8 in this one, and then there's 5 in this one. So that means I'm pretty close. But I hope it doesn't mean, like, I need to level up a cult to 20 or something like that. Because that would be absurd. Oh, I didn't mean to move. That was silly. A lot of my summons just died just now. It's a little scary. Let's take some more points in strength. Okay, so I think that this build is still good. I messed it up a little bit with putting points in psychic, but that's okay. Maybe we can work with psychic a little bit. Let's oh, what does this one do? Topaz prismas. Summon 4 topaz prismas. Attack with fire damage and have vigilance against approaching enemies. Sure. Let's summon a bunch of those. And I'm gonna continue taking points in strength for survivability. let's summon these guys as well. I should not be conservative with these guys, by the way, because we can basically just keep summoning, and we don't really want to summon just the little baby serpents. You know, we would prefer to summon like good things. I don't know how I feel about doing the purple tower. Retort, force, no warding just yet. Vigilance, summon pharaohs. We could maybe do this. I always say that and then I always regret it. I always regret it. Cold damage. Cold or ice damage? There's a big difference. Don't know about doing the purple tower. What would we get? On dealing death, poison damage, we apply poise. On dealing physical damage, I need anything that's like, okay, on standstill deal death damage. This one's not bad. Oh, but that's a staff, so we would lose summons. On dealing psychic damage, I don't like any of this stuff. I don't like fighting these guys either, though, to be honest. This guy's range 1. Bleeding touch, though. Range 1. These guys are all range 1. You know, assuming this guy doesn't summon guys who do range. Pharaohs. How do I look up at what a pharaoh is? I don't know. All right, or maybe I'm just an idiot. Maybe I'm just absolutely an idiot, but I'm gonna try it. These guys are the ones that scare me the most, so if we take these guys on with no problems, then I know we're on the right track. And so far, I think it's okay. I think we're all right. Like, we don't absolutely stomp them. I wish we were stomping them a little bit more. Let's take some more willpower. Ooh, these guys are maybe a little bit of a problem. I think we can handle it, though. This is our perfect, ideal area. Could not ask for better. I know there's the interaction here is very limited. Like, we're really not doing a lot here. I'm just pressing the wait key, honestly. And yet I feel like really compelled by this. I don't know how you feel. But I'm just like I feel like really invested in how these combats go. So now that our things are both fully charged, like I should really pick. I should probably cast Omrenya before I cast Arenya, and also this is fire damage, this is ice damage. So I really should pick depending on like what is on the board and what's resistant to what, and then keep the other one for divine intervention. This is going pretty well though. It's good that I went with these like Grove and Blight Priests because they both have very good range. These guys are getting a little bit close to me. We're good. We're good. Let's take some more strength. If they get a little bit close to me, these teal prismas do really nice damage. Okay, that went pretty well. Not a bad starting area. Let's just summon these guys since we get more of them. These guys, this guy here scares me a little bit because they get like some chain lightning BS and they can chain all the way towards me. I'm waiting for one more level up so that I can take another point in the Grove Priests. Grove Street. All right, more strength. I'll take more willpower once we start to like hit the cap a little bit. So we can take Grove Cult. This will improve our healing, and also how much cults. So we have 10, and we have 18 points in cults right now. So one more level up. We'll probably do the Blight cult next, and we can actually get a new subclass, the cult class. This is a really cool build, though, I gotta say. Do we have any range? 4 range. Okay, so if something is within 4 range of us. I love that we occupy so much space between us and the enemy that if I summon more dudes, they summon right in front of the enemy. That's kind of amazing. More strength. Mostly the willpower is just for adding more allies. So I'm not super worried about like, oh, I'm not putting enough points into willpower. We're not really reaching our cap just yet. And even if we do, like we are cool with the, you know, some of our allies dying. Because we do damage that way. Do. Okay, this is a little bit scary. Okay, we're gonna summon, I'm gonna summon both of these. Picked up the Robe of Ferment. Don't I already have that? Wait a minute. Wasn't that what I was wearing? I'm dealing poison damage. That was not what we were wearing. I do kind of, one thing I wish that the dev would add to this game is when I'm hovering over an armor, it would also highlight the armor that it replaces. I know it's a very small thing and like it's easy for me to find out, but I would just, oh right, enemies nearby. It would add just a little tiny bit of accessibility. Grant bonuses to familiars. Okay, let's take some more willpower. It's time. Like, we've got so much between us and the enemy, I can't imagine that they'll ever reach us. We can't be sure of that. Remember, I can never be sure that I've got anything on lock. The boss is dead. So Purple Tower is vanquished. That's a very good sign. The Scutum, the Death Staff, the Brazen Eye, the Blight Gauntlets, the Takani Sash. Let's start sacrificing things. I guess I'll wear the Robe of Ferment. I don't think it's great for us, and I will replace it at the first opportunity. We have a 48% chance to block. That's pretty good. Okay, this guy, no warding. These guys, no warding. We just care about warding. There's other things we care about as well, but you know. This guy is range 2. Let's have a look at what he does. On kill or ally death. +5 speed. +10 dodge. Oh, that's scary. If he kills my dudes, he becomes a bit scarier. On player standstill, this unit applies 5. Okay, so this guy kind of hard counters us. I'm not even going to read the rest of that. Tracking. What does tracking do? On player step. On ally death, perform an extra attack. Let's go for this. I think we'll be fine. Ooh. Big open spaces is actually not great for us. But that's okay. In a way, I mean, I guess it means that we can see the enemy very quickly, and then our little thingies, our prismas do a lot of the legwork. I wonder if the icon that represents the stage gives us a clue as to what kind of generation we can come to expect. So we're approaching 40 summons, by the way. Also, we leveled up, so we could take... I should take a look at some of these other ones. On an ally attacking an enemy, you deal 3 death damage to the target. I mean, that's really good. I would like to take 1 Blight Cult, and then I think we can subclass. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. Grant 1 charge to each known prayer. On prayer, allied priest gain +5 speed and +100 hit. On summoning a priest, if enemies live, summon a worshipper familiar. So we're just going to be summoning everything. Now willpower is important. Summon everything. And also we gain an extra charge to each prayer. So like we can cast 2 prayers each. So now we actually do have to really double down on willpower because we're going to be hitting that cap. On dealing death damage, 50% of the damage is dealt again. I don't know if this counts for my allies. Probably not. On standstill, if enemies live, perform all of your game turn actions. I don't know if I have any. Okay. I mean, we do. We have a Ratman. Yeah. That's kind of amazing, actually. We're going to be summoning an extra Ratman per turn. Like, that's incredible. I'm getting very excited about this run. Range 1, range 3. Weak to ice. Good to know. But this guy's also weak to fire. So both of our prayers are very effective. Resist fire, 3 stacks of any scorch. Meditate. Dealing on step or attack. Resist ice on standstill. Deal ice damage. Neither of these are great. But, you know, we gotta pick one, so. Wee, lad. Yo, it has happened. We are doing it. I actually think now we are hitting ground limit before we hit the summon limit. Oh, they die, huh? What is killing them? Blast itself for 500. Self-abnegation. We have to look up what this means. Worshipper familiar for each different cult power you've learned. If I had 1 more cult power, it would be great. Enthused servants that deal astral damage to themselves. Summon familiars are not limited. So they're not limited. They're not actually limited by our willpower. So actually taking more willpower doesn't really do much. In a way, this kind of hurts us because it means they fill up the ground and then we can't summon our best summons. Like if I click on, what is this? Garnet Prisma. Garnet Prismas attack all enemies in sight with astral damage. I mean, that's pretty good. What happens if I click on that? I think it just improves all of our allies. We do want... since we do deal damage based on allies dying, this is kind of incredible because basically we're summoning a bunch of lads that die immediately, and then we just do a bunch of nuke damage. This is an incredible build, and I love it. It's kind of a shame I already explored the summon build and like almost won with it already. Because I feel like, you know, it's like, oh, you're just doing it again. Oof, we don't like the Rhombid. It has range 10. But then again, I don't know if it... I don't think the enemy is smart enough to fight me directly. Oh, meditate is pretty good. What's our helmet right now? We don't have one. So yeah, I'm gonna go for this. I don't think the enemy is smart enough to like shoot me directly, and they'll just be surrounded by so many enemies that like they really can't do much. Oh my god. Oh man. All right, let's take some more willpower. love that, like, we enter the stage, we fill the stage, and then we kill everything on like the same turn. Incredible. How do I even improve this run, honestly? I think what I start doing is I take other skills that improve our allies. I think we have enough allies. We've hit the cap on like how many allies are gonna improve this run. It really, now we need to take things that improve our allies. I'm still gonna take strength. Honestly, I like, we're good for willpower. So there's our Safa. We're gonna wear this. I almost sacrificed it. We're gonna wear that because we're gonna be applying meditate to ourselves. And then that deals astral damage to one enemy at any range. So we're gonna be dealing a little bit of damage. If we find something that buffs like astral damage, that'd be kind of cool. Lightning most, disruption prescience. Oh, this guy's got warding. Not good. Astral casting, absorb time. So what does warding do again? On player summon this unit applies to inflame, and then they... Well, the thing is they just get more damage. And then they get hit a bunch, so they lose it all. So honestly, warding is not as good as it sounds. Oh, you know what? I just realized that if I click on any of these, I can actually swap between these. Okay, that's actually really good. This guy gets disruption, teleport the target to a random location on hit. That's fine. Algorithm. Time devouring beast and fungal master. So they get astral casting, absorb time on kill or ally death, +5 speed, +10 dodge. On player standstill, this unit applies 5 meditate. So they again also get extra increased damage, but I don't think it matters that much. This guy though, on being dealt 15% of max life or more damage, apply 1 protection to themselves. 20% chance to remove on being attacked. Does not limit self damage. I don't know what this means really. I guess it's just like invincibility for a little bit. I think we can do this. So this guy's got summoned, so he also summons. I think we can do the purple tower. Sorry, this is the red tower. I should have looked at the items we would be getting, because it might not have been actually worth it at all. Remember, prayers buff our allies. The lightning priests do scare me a little bit, I will say. I might have made a mistake. I always do this, don't I? I'm just gonna summon some more stuff. I don't think that if we're taking, like, if divine intervention is actually saving our life, I don't think that we have a chance. So I am gonna cast 2 of every prayer on every stage, because these lads are they do a lot of damage. So these guys kind of scare me, but honestly the lightning priests scare me more at this point. Let's take strength. Also, we have 4 points. What can we do here? No, that's not gonna help us. Heal yourself on enemy death. Nope. On hit, deal death damage. No. On being healed, deal death damage to the closest enemy. That's interesting. We do heal ourselves, but we only heal ourselves if we take damage. On ally or enemy death, apply doom to yourself. On being attacked by an adjacent unit, deal death damage to the attacker. You no longer take damage from any source triggered by doom. Doom per stack dealt 5 damage. Death damage. That's complicated, and I don't think it actually helps us. On game turn or prayer, if enemies live, deal ice damage to ourselves, deal death damage to all units. No, that's not good either. On an ally attacking an enemy, you deal death damage to the target. On entrance, summon a number of skeleton warriors and skeleton archers. This could be good. What else do we have? Allies become immune to damage dealt by you. Per skill level to summon allies, they gain a bunch of stuff. This is the one. This is the one. That's just it just buffs all of our allies. It just makes all of them like hit harder, take hits harder. I shouldn't be waiting. I should just be casting prayers. So far, so good. Oh, this is a very cramped stage, and we have more lightning priests. The only thing that can probably kill us. Yeah, they actually did a little bit of damage to me. Let's take some more willpower. I like Omranya, this one up here, because it summons more things. Like, it summons 5 of these staves. So, you know, it fills the board a little bit more, and they're also kind of tanky. Oh my good god. Also, they have pretty good range. So as soon as they see the enemy, you know, we're good to go. It's the first couple of like turns on these floors that scare me, because they have the best chance of basically wiping out all of our units. Oh my god. Oh my god. When does it stop? The answer is it doesn't. We are actually taking a little bit of damage. Okay, we're good, we're good. We also, remember, for everything that we summon, we also heal ourselves. It's just too funny. Let's take some more survivability. Good stuff. This is where my temptation to like mash the wait key starts to occur. I'm not gonna do it, of course, but like there's just so much stuff, and like game turns take a long time. Oh my god. I would do a little bit of damage every single time we summon something, and so like we can actually kill some of the biggest, tankiest enemies from all the amount of things that we're summoning per turn, and then they all get to like start smacking away. It's actually incredible. Do we have anything else we can do on being dealt damage? Nah, I think we're okay. I mean, we could put some more points into this. More life and armor and resistance to certain things. Oh my god. It is a bit much. Honestly, I have mixed feelings about this build, because it's once it really gets going, it's actually kind of boring. You really are just like waiting for that first turn, and then everything, all of the chaff gets cut. All of your like weakest dudes just like die. Then you get to cast 2 prayers, and maybe they do something. I think we're Oh, we're almost done here. There we go. Is this the last stage? Yes, it is. There's all of our stuff. The algorithm. Squeals. Blurred figures march. Also, we gain poise, I think, for all of our summons. So what's our armor right now is like ridiculous. +5 armor, +5 block per stack. Times 30. You do the math. So we have lightning priests on this last stage, which is a little scary, but I think we'll be fine. These guys are purple. Generally means that they're resistant to astral. All right. We could start putting points into dexterity, so we have a bit more speed. What's our speed at right now? (14) divided by inflexibility, which we have 2. So actually, there's not really much point in putting points in speed. It was almost a complete waste because like we can, but we only get 1 point of speed per level instead of 2. I shouldn't have waited. I should have cast more things. So the boss is actually kind of tearing through our stuff a little bit. We have to actually move for the first time ever through our swaths of summons, and yeah, I mean we were okay. That was the closest to being in danger that we've been in a while. But it's a good thing I was paying attention and not mashing the wait key, because I was able to pull us out of it. A discus, a crow visage, a sire's shield, a mind, a mace. Can we do anything with this stuff? Meditate is no longer reduced on step. On enemy death, if chest armor is empty, perform all standstill actions. Apply 5 meditate to yourself. Deal 25 astral damage to yourself. That's awful. Hate that. I hate that. Why do I keep right clicking? I don't know. I don't understand. Sometimes I just cannot actually learn a lesson. Because it's you know, the lesson is up against too much pressure of learning, because my brain has been taught that right click equals bring me the context panel. So this guy summons things. He's got warding, prescience, mind crush, range 1, range 5 astral damage is kind of scary. What does this do on being attacked? Nah. What does this do on standstill? Gain 1 armor. And then we have to fight this guy again. I guess, you know, we're screwed either way, so let's just fight this guy. Oh, he's a lot closer than I would like. This is what happens when we have a big map, is we actually get to see how many things we can summon. Let's put some points into willpower. We're starting to get up there, and I'm starting to worry that we're not going to be able to keep up with demand. Woo! Look at all those guys that died. I wish I could have more insightful commentary than I do, because, but I like, what do I say? You know, this is gonna be a long run, and I almost feel like I should like do a pause to the end here. You deal when on you or an ally being dealt damage by an enemy, you deal 5 psychic damage to yourself. On self damage, deal psychic damage to all enemies in a 2-tile range. That's awful. On being hit on an ally hitting an enemy, you perform a number of 15 damage hits against the target. Oh yeah, but then they get to do damage to me. I don't like that. On game turn per divine intervention, if enemies live, deal psychic damage to all enemies in a +1 tile range. Summon a number of glinting blades. I really think we have all of the best stuff that we can. I mean, it might be worth it, necrokinesis, because on being healed we deal damage, and it's actually not a trivial amount of damage. It's 35 damage per skill level, and we heal every single time we summon something. So if we took this, we would actually be doing quite a lot of damage to everything on the board, and we can increase that by a lot every time we summon it, or increase it. So let's just have a look here, how much damage we do. Of course, I don't know if it counts as healing if we haven't taken any damage. So suppose we would have to take something that does damage to us. I don't know. There's weird things going on here that I don't fully understand. Oh, I hate this guy. Do you think this guy can kill us now? On dealing slash damage, so they deal a lot of damage. On kill, deal damage to all units in a 2-tile range. On kill plus 100 hit. Well, okay. Yeah, I think they can take me out. I don't think I want to mess around with that guy. I think he does actually counter our build pretty well. Gain armor equal to the total stacks of all effects on self. If enemies live, I don't know if there's anything I can get that would be good. But we're gonna be here a while. Strap in. I almost feel like I should take something that does damage to us, because then when I heal myself, I'll be doing more damage to the enemy. I'm not sure though. It's really risky, because if I take something that damages myself, even based on like based on enemies taking damage, or sorry, allies taking damage, then I could find myself just dying and like not being able to do anything about it. Like in this circumstance, these guys, pretty sure that these guys get to do damage to anything that enters their adjacent range. And so they would basically be able to hit an ally every turn, and that would deal like 15 damage to myself. Every single summon. Never mind every single round. Every single summon. These guys are pretty nasty, actually. They can't keep up. I have way too much going on. They cannot keep up, but they're still pretty nasty. Jade, Discipline, Emerald Chakram. So let's just have a look here. What's the one I wanted to take? On you or an ally being dealt damage, you deal 5 psychic damage to yourself. Repeat with blood damage. So I would take 10 damage per turn. Not per turn. Per ally being dealt damage by an enemy. But then I would deal psychic damage to all enemies in a 2-tile range and apply repulsion yourself. Per stack, they deal 1 damage to the attacker on being attacked. That does nothing. It does absolutely nothing. The only thing that this does is hurt us, and the only reason we want that is so that this on being healed, it actually does something. I feel like I'm just dabbling with I feel like I'm just like flying too close to the sun here. Like it feels a little bit like, oh, things are going too well, let's see if how I can screw this up, you know? This guy's got range 20. I don't think that's actually going to help him, so we could actually take this guy on. What's his effects though? Summon. He also has summon. Apply protection. On being attacked, deal damage to the attacker. That's fine. On hit, apply doom. I think we can take that guy. Let's do it. What is this though? Nothing. These are also nothing. Like, he gets his summons and it's like whatever, but we get more summons and we also damage his summons based on how many summons we have. So what we have right here is like a Yu-Gi-Oh style summon battle. The stage is not great for us, I will say, because we need more space to really do more damage. It's not a big deal because as soon as something dies, we can fill it up again. So we already have our inventory. Is this the only stage? On adjacent, on dealing poison damage. Counts as a bare fist. No. On dealing poison damage. On killing an enemy. All allies gain +5 speed. Summon a serpent. Oh. Okay. That's interesting. On killing an enemy, all allies gain +5 speed. Summon a serpent. Maybe we replace the rat banner with this. We don't care about the damage that the rat banner does. And in fact, I don't think I've buffed the rat banner at all. We don't care about the damage. What we care about is being able to summon more things. And also +5 speed to all of our allies is really nice. Like, really nice. That's gonna make a big difference. Yeah, I wish I knew how to like improve this run, but honestly I don't. I don't think I'm smart enough to figure it out. It's just too much going on. And like, you know, I can try not to mess it up, but you know, it would be very easy for me to try something and it doesn't work, and then I'm kind of screwed. I'm stuck with a bad decision. Okay, this is bad. I don't do very much damage to these lads. I actually haven't been paying too close attention to what kind of damage I'm dealing when I summon. Worshipper, speed rises, familiar. You poison the fire wasp for 11. So they have poison resistance. So that's why we didn't do a lot of damage when we first started this floor. That being said, a lot of our damage relies from our allies. I don't think that they're going to be able to keep up with that. I don't think we do a lot of poison damage in general. Like, I know we have serpents and stuff, but we also do fire damage. We also do ice damage. These guys are... I don't know if they're resistant to that stuff. We could also do astral damage. They're actually very weak to ice. So let's summon a couple of these ice staffs. This is maybe a rough stage for me to pick, but I really don't think it's going to matter. Oh, it's going to take forever to get through these. Are they resistant to fire as well? They are very resistant to fire. So we're basically not doing any damage to them except with the ice stabs. These guys do poison damage. Reptile does no piercing damage. I honestly might, for the next couple of stages, just like head for the door if it's convenient. I love this first stage. This first step is kind of ridiculous. When there's more floor than than my initial summon, it's kind of great because I can summon even more stuff. That plus 5 speed is actually really nice. What is this? Where's that? On killing an enemy, plus 5 speed to all allies. Oh god, that's really good. So they basically, every time I kill an enemy, all of my allies get an extra turn per turn. Obviously they're competing with the speed of the enemy, but like, you know, my point still stands. What I should really do is, because I should double down on that one that's like on ally deal death damage and path to one enemy. Oh, it's the fact that it's not limitless range is what's really hurting this. This could probably be way better if not for the fact that it's in a range. This mirror image has never actually procced because nothing has ever attacked me. It's this mirror image, if I had any ability to improve this run, it would be to go back in time and tell myself, don't take mirror image because it's garbage. I mean, I could just take more, you know, of this. Like, this is just a straight up flat bonus. It's just gonna straight up flat increase the amount of, I don't know if it increases the damage. I think we're increasing the damage with willpower. Let's just have a quick look at that. Grants bonuses to familiars. Which bonuses? I wish I had a better idea of the bonuses that are being applied on our allies. Okay, we're getting there. We're getting there. It's taking a long time, but we're getting there. Not immune to poison. Well, semi-immune to poison, but we're fine. Area attack. These guys both have area attack, which is a little bit spooky. Oh, no, not the fire wasps. Oh god, fire wasps. Both of these suck. But I don't think it sucks as much as these. I don't like area attack. And Deadly Feast, I think, is pretty bad for us too, right? On kill, no, it's actually fine. Oh, it's not great, but I don't think it's that big of a deal. On player summon, this unit applies to. So this guy's gonna buff himself a lot. On hit, teleport to a random location. I don't trust this. I don't trust that one even a little bit. So I'm gonna go to the mountain. I think our glory is at 32 right now, which is kind of great. Go ahead and summon me one of these. Go ahead and summon me a few of those. Surround the enemy. Yeah, it's kind of a shame. I don't know, like there's definitely things I could have done with this build that would have made it even better. I think we're gonna win with it. Make no mistake, I do think we are gonna win, but like it just kind of sucks a little bit that this run could have been even more insane. Cold damage. These guys are weak to cold, yes. So let's summon some cold stabs. I do really like the cult subclass. It's really cool, but I think that you need to be a bit, more picky choosy than me. I think I picked two good ones. I think if I was gonna pick two, it would be Death, the Blight Priest, and the Grove Priest, because one is survivability and one is damage. At least close to you. You know, I know that I complained about the range being 4, but let's be real. If something was close enough to me that I was dealing damage to it based on summons, that's a good thing, because that's even more survivability. We want to ensure that nothing ever reaches me. Like right now, this is not looking super good. These guys are not taking the kind of damage I want to see. They are dying though, so that's good. Honestly, the worst, like I say, the worst thing about this build is that it's kind of tedious. And you don't have a lot of things you can do to change it. It is hilarious, but like the novelty does wear off. More willpower, why not? Wonder if there's a achievement for like raising a stat to like 30 or something. I think I already did that with willpower at one point. What are these guys resistant to? They're probably resistant to a lot of things. Poison, astral, blood. They're not immune to weak, or sorry, they're not immune to fire or ice or astral, which we do cast all of. Okay, we got our items. Boulder Fist. Oh, I don't like. Oh, I think this guy's okay. This guy's a bit scary. He's got a lot of stuff going on. Summon some stuff. Apply bleed, protection, 25 to target on player step, player standstill. They get repulsion. This is fine. All of that's fine. Versus fighting this dude, who is apply bleed, apply scorch on player step. Oh, we can take this guy for sure, and we get more stuff. There's a third option, but I don't like these guys. They kind of suck for us. They're very tanky, and it takes a long time for us to kill them. I love this initial summon, and we get to do a little bit of damage every single summon. These guys are very weak to ice, so I'm going to go ahead and summon a few ice. Whatever these things are called. I don't know what they're called. I call them stabs. They look like stabs to me. Oh, the range. Their range is pretty nasty. Oh, no. Oh, no. Wait, I'm not summoning the ice ones. I'm summoning the fire ones. Oops. I might need to make a run for the door, because they're actually getting through my allies pretty quickly. I did not consider this. They do 1,000 fire damage. So the problem right now is that I don't summon enough things to keep up with the demand. If I can get through this, this is the only stage, and I am slowly whittling them down. I am going to be burning through quite a lot of prayers, but that's okay. For survivability, it's worth it. Might have to burn through all of our prayers, actually. Can we get some more? We can get some more Blight Cult. Let's level that up once. I think that did actually help a bit. Okay, so that was the scariest things I've ever gotten in this run, maybe. And we still made it through, but yeah, dang. I don't know if we got anything on dealing poison damage. 50%. Nah, I think this is really good. On Shrug Off, summon a serpent. Yo. Nah, the poise is too good. On step, nah. On attack, nah. On standstill, deal fire damage to 5 enemies at any range. On kill, deal fire damage. I mean, it's it's kind of cool. 50 hit fire on standstill. That's actually not bad. It would be kind of nice. I mean, we don't need... I mean, we do 50 poison damage. What does this one do? On killing an enemy, we summon a serpent. At this point, I think that, like, we want to do damage over banking on, like, killing an enemy. So let's try this fire staff. And actually, what I'm going to do is swap hands. Because I don't think that this does anything more. It only deals flat 50 poison damage. The amount of damage it does is not a lot. But if we improve this fire staff, it will actually improve how much damage it does. So let's just like try and improve it as much as possible. Yeah, 90 fire damage. I know it's very odd to like swap weapons this late in the game, but like, hey, look, 160 fire damage on standstill, and then we also deal fire damage to one enemy and a two. This part we don't have to worry about too much, but this part, like deal fire damage to any 5 enemies at any range. That's really gonna help, and we do bank on standstill quite a lot. Perform all of your game turn actions. Yeah, like, I think that is the play. That was the scariest things I've gotten. Okay, so what are we up against right here? Almost feel like there's not much point in reading any of that because I can't do anything about it. I just have to hope that our build is up to the task. This guy here is taking all of our poison damage, and unfortunately they are very resistant to poison damage. 50% resistant. But this guy's 90% resistant, so yeah, it doesn't matter too much. We are doing fire damage. We're doing a pretty good amount of fire damage. I think it was a good call. Plus 10% hit. And like, there is something to be said. I like our 50 plus 50 poison damage. It's not doing a lot right now, but I think it helps. Let me just have a look. 10% damage dealt divided by inflexibility. We do have some inflexibility, unfortunately. So it is being divided. I don't know if there's any way to get rid of that inflexibility we have. This guy is not resistant to poison, so that's nice. It sucks that all of the poison damage is just like kind of targeted onto one enemy, like kind of arbitrarily. What is giving us inflexibility? Oh, it's this skirt. So what is our standstill? Sorry, what is our game turn right now? Right now our game turn is actually only... It was the rat thing, but we stopped wearing that. Oh, I should put it... Okay, so I can't take things off either. Before the next stage, I'm gonna take off my skirt, and I'll see if maybe that helps me deal a little bit more damage. Because I don't think that our on-game turn effect is really doing anything anymore. I don't know if these guys are resistant to fire as well. Doesn't seem like it. Okay, so let's take this off. I don't know if sacrificing an armor that has been buffed a lot of times will like extra buff a piece of armor. I feel like probably no. But it would be kind of nice because then you are actually like, you have a reason to pivot, because then you're not just like working from like amazing armor to starting from scratch again. I'm just gonna go ahead and buff our strength. I think we are doing pretty good damage now. I'm trying really hard to, even in like small ways, improve this run, and I think it is working. It's still funny to me, honestly. So those golems might be a problem. What are they resistant to? Poison. That's not great. But they're not resistant to like fire and ice and stuff, so you know, we're good on that regard. They are kind of nibbling away at our army, but I don't think they stand a chance. I don't know. More willpower, I guess. These guys are taking 93 poison damage per summon, so that's encouraging. I didn't actually check our inventory to see if my willpower... Yeah, inflexibility is at 1 now. We actually do have a bit more speed now. I think we've got a good thing going on. I think I've built this run about as good as I can. I have done quite a few things to improve it. Or at least I've done what I can to improve it. And I think things are going well. We are making it through the first final tower. I know there's like an extra astral tower. I wish I could make a run work that is like just kind of melee without relying on summons, but I don't think that I really feel like you do have to have some summons. I think they're like highly encouraged. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you can like completely bank on a stat for yourself and then just like destroy everything. Let me know in the comments, honestly. Like, I would like to figure out other builds that don't rely on summons at all. But so far, every run where I've like, you know, banked a little bit on summons has worked very well for me. I keep thinking I've killed everything, but I haven't. The Vogite emerges through a slit in the air. The walls vibrate. Sour smell of metal. Really unfortunate that we're dealing our poison damage to the serpent here, who's taking none of it. We continue banking on willpower, I think. This guy is resistant to a lot of things, but not poison. It's a real dang shame that he wasn't taking the poison damage. There's a lot of things happening here. I have very little control or say in what happens. I haven't pressed the button in like 20 seconds. Just continue to summon things. Again, it's a real shame I'm not dealing my poison damage to the boss. I think he's taking the poison damage now, though. Yeah, he is. 380 poison damage per, like, summon is pretty good. He's still alive, though. Incredible. Alright, look at all the stuff we get. A Vonder, a Fire Scythe, a Ice Gloves, a Null Helm, a Blight Cuirass, a Arja Spear. All good stuff. There I go right-clicking again. I'm not gonna sacrifice our skirt just yet. It doesn't feel right. I'm being attacked. Apply to state. Nah, we're never being attacked. Ever. Nope. Nope. So now we're dealing 220 fire damage per standstill. All right, so here we go. Resistant to fire and lightning. Resistant, very weak to fire. Let's go here. I mean, there's other options, but let's go here. I know I can take these guys out. As long as, if they're not resistant to poison, then we get an initial, like, massive dose of nuke damage. And then after that, then it's just like, you know, a waiting game. We can also do astral damage. It's an option. Oh, it sucks that that tower was summoned right next to him. It was the only way he was going to be able to kill that thing. So these next few stages are, again, going to take a while. The nice thing about things being very weak to ice damage, also not resistant to poison damage, weak to fire damage, yeah, is because we summon more fire towers than anything else. And I can just throw down 2 bouts of them. I can throw down ice towers as well. That still hurts them because it does poison damage to them when I summon them. The worst one is this one up here because it only summons one of them. They're actually eating through quite a lot of our stuff. Oh god. Wow, we have like no summons right now. This could be bad. Well, how could we improve the situation? Per skill on adjacent attack? Nah. Basically, none of psychic is good for us. Deal psychic damage to all enemies? No. I don't know what psychic or glinting blades do. If enemies live. Negative 50% fire resistance, summon a root on attack, perform an extra attack. On game turn, prayer, if enemies live, summon a number of Geesis, allied plants, gain plus 5%. This is interesting. On an allied plant being attacked, you apply entangle. This could actually be pretty good. I don't know if now is the time to take it. He takes it now. It summons more things per turn, basically. I'm actually a little bit worried. I'm not gonna lie. I wish the ice towers had a chance to do something, because they stand the best chance to actually take out the Firebird. Okay, we are wearing it down. Good lord, that was bad. That was not great. I actually worried that the Firebird has the best chance of destroying this run. And I am the farthest away from the door as I could possibly be. And we want ice towers if we can. Ideally, they would be a bit closer to us when we summon things, because then we would be dealing death damage when they kill stuff. But this is not great. I don't like this guy. This guy sucks. I don't like this guy either. Pretty sure. Oh, Malaga would absolutely destroy us. We cannot do that. Oh, this is. Oh man, 35 speed. This is not great. This is really not great. These guys both have 30 speed. Let's look at resistances. Fire. Okay, these guys are neither of them are immune to poison. All right, let's go with this one. I don't this is not looking great. I won't lie. At least we kill these guys with poison damage. So we can just wear them down with pure summons. These guys are a bit different. They seem to have not resistance, but they're a little bit tankier. Let's just see what happens on a turn per turn basis. Oh god, there's no firebirds, right? I'm actually gonna move in closer because I want to deal death damage when my allies die. Actually, maybe we could just like attack them. There is that option as well. I haven't done it in a long time, I know that, but like, you know, it is an option. There we go. Now we're doing something. Okay, this is going, yeah, okay. Well, if we actually participate, then we do a lot more. Sorry, it took me so long to realize that. These guys are so tanky. Or maybe they just have a lot of health. More willpower. Why not? I'm gonna move in closer. Mostly because then we'll do more death damage when most of our allies die. Also gonna summon more things. This is kind of a nightmare. Pretty sure these guys are weak to fire. Yeah, it sucks when like some of my best summons die before they even get to do anything. We want to do that fire damage, or sorry, death damage. And I do want to build up stacks of prayer. I don't like using up all of our prayers like that. It's not great. Good when these guys take the poison damage because they are actually very susceptible to it. Might actually win on turn 1. Nope, not quite. There we go. Turn 2. Staff of Chaos. What does that do? On standstill, if enemies live, deal 1 to 300 astral damage to yourself. Get out of here. Get out of here. Oh no, they're gonna make me fight Malaga no matter what. Ah! Oh god. No. Oh god. I can't do anything about it. I'm just gonna have to fight him. I think he's resistant to poison damage, or he just has a lot of health. Not resistant, just has a ton of health. 18,000 health. Oh my god. At least that guy was taking death damage. We want them to take the death damage at the very least. More willpower. Are we actually taking damage for the first time in like ever? This stage scares me. These guys have so much health. They can wear me down for sure. Can I wear them down? Sure, I can, yeah. But like, it's just very scary. I am actually doing okay damage to them. I need to get closer over there. I know I'm not getting my meditation bonus anymore, but like the death damage is so much more meaningful. But we only deal death damage if we're close to them. I forgot about spawning our serpents. We haven't seen our little serpent lads in so long. This is a good stage because we can get to that door. Oh wow, we won. Never mind. This is less good. I want that door to be accessible, so in case I sense that things are going south, I can like just step onto it. Okay. So far so good. These guys aren't as bad as I thought they were gonna be. Just like summon more things. Got a Jade Helm. Can't remember. The Jade Helm does something for us, right? Per point of willpower, plus 30 hit, plus 30 armor. Ooh. Yeah. I think we're gonna take that. Plus 7 encumbrance is the... No, we're fine. That's insane. We just upped our armor. How much did we up our armor just now? Almost 1,000. Almost 1,000. Good God. And plus 30 hit. Maximum score of damage you deal when you hit an enemy with an attack. But does that mean the fire damage? I don't know. Is that like... Oh God, these guys. They are resistant to fire. Almost would prefer just another bout of those. These lads, because at least we know that we can take them. Like, we're actually doing really decent damage to these lads. And if I can get close enough to them, then we deal death damage to them as well. Oh, I didn't mean to, like, step right next to it. Thank God we have, like, a ridiculous amount of armor. I meant to attack it. Do we not? Oh, I guess we do. Oh, it's on standstill, right. I forgot about that. I completely forgot it was on standstill. How much damage do we deal on standstill with fire damage now? I want to find out. Curse my like ridiculous summons. Wow, we killed everything on the first turn here. We don't get to find out because that guy's got protection. I think we do 830. How do we find out? It's really hard to find out. You burn the Aquapod for 709. Fire staff 165 plus willpower. Okay, so that's the willpower coming in. So we actually do a lot of fire damage per turn to 5 enemies. Oh God, this guy again. I won't lie, this is gonna suck. Warding is not great. I'm hopeful, but I don't discount the idea that we might actually die here. We might lose all of our summons, and at least they're not immune to poison. That really is the worst thing for us. And we do a lot of fire damage. If they're immune to fire, it's actually worse than poison in some ways. Good God. They do a lot of damage in like a huge range here. Okay, we're all right. That fire damage per turn is really saving us. We almost have 2 completely different, like, good builds happening for us. The Inflame is gonna suck. As long as they don't have area attacks. If they had area attacks, then we would be absolutely toast. Because that Inflame would just, like, every time we summon, we're just buffing them by a huge amount. Is there anything we can do for our allies? Could give them a bit more armor and life. On an allied plant being attacked, you apply entangle to the attacker. That's pretty good. But I actually think, I don't know. Let's just have some more death cults, like Blight cult. Yeah, I think this is I think we've got a win here. I don't think that any enemy is going to be able to keep up with us. As long as they don't have an area of attack. If they have area attack, then yeah, things are going to be really nasty. And we've seen that. We've seen that. That's the one thing I can't contend with. These guys in particular are going to be a problem. Because they have a range and area attack. And they like attack multiple turns or times per turn. I think they're even resistant to fire. They are 90% resistant to fire. So not ideal. But they're not resistant to a bunch of damage, you know. Okay, let's hit them with this guy. Cold damage. They get hit with some poison damage and they take some cold damage. We haven't done a prayer in a while, actually. We've got a... This is such a crazy run. I kind of love it. I kind of hate it, to be honest. I like that these crystals are not immune to poison. I would have thought that they would be. We're doing some really nice damage to them. We just fill the board. Yeah, just more willpower as well. We have a maximum of 54, by the way. I don't even know if it's possible to fill up 54. I guess it must be because we're not hitting the cap. I guess because most of the things we summon are actually familiars. The only problem with this fire staff thing is that it does, if there's only one enemy, we're only dealing like damage to it once. Oh, something is highly resistant to fire and is making their way over here. Never mind, we're good. We're almost there. There he is. There he is. The main death cult, lad. He's there. Okay. What is he resistant to? Not a lot, actually. He does have 300,000 health, but that's okay. We'll summon some more things and then wait a couple of turns. If I could get near him, then when all of these lads die, I would do a crap ton of death damage to him. This guy's actually doing a great job of hitting me. Oh, those crystals need to die. I'm actually just going to focus on summoning. Whoa! The mirror image actually procced on the very last stage. We finally got these psychomorph lads. Wow. Wow. Honestly, incredible. That is amazing. I can't believe it. We are probably going to burn through all of our prayers. This guy seems to be teleporting around the board, by the way. I am a little bit worried that I'm not... He just teleported me across the map and I'm almost dead. I died! I died! He teleported me across the map and I died! Oh! I can't believe after all that. Oh my god. We still got a bunch of glory. But like, oh my god. What a way to go. I mean, if there was anything that was going to kill us, I'm glad it's the final boss. Dealt 1,000,000 total damage. Highest damage was 3,500 fire. Summoned 4,000. 4,000 allies. It was day 20. Wow. So we unlocked the assassin, hooded figure devoted to the purity of skill. Al-Hajja, a traveler from the desert of the gods, can smite enemies through prayer. Achra, a divine spirit fallen from the star path. Phoenix, the goddess of the lost sun, the vanished first light of Achra, allows worshippers to rebirth themselves in glorious flames. Marduk, the god of the lost stone city of beasts, blesses followers with a heavy-horned helm of Marduk. A renowned duelist champion cuts enemies through a whirling dance. The goddess of defense and craftiness was once the divine guardian of lost Shuparuk, rewards offhand combat and blocking. A volatile sorcerer devoted to prayer and death. A spiritual purist gains power through stillness. Ah, there we go. Lots of things unlocked, lots of new toys, lots of new ways to lose. I'm glad the game is still is beating me, even when I feel like I have like a runaway run, because you know, like it means I still have things to learn, and it's not just gonna be me like finding the broken run every single episode. But this was an hour and 40-minute episode. If you're sticking around till now, tell you what, give me a cow chicken in chat. I just want to know how many people make it this far. That's a hefty episode. You must be getting something done. I hope so, or sleeping. In which case, you know, sweet dreams. Anyway, if you enjoy this, definitely hit the like button and consider subscribing for more content like this. I'll see you guys next time. Take it easy.